How do you get people into your list? Hi, I am Sharon Ross and with Marketing Technology Coach, and I love to help people grow their business through online marketing and social media. I especially like to use video. If you're new here, say hi in the comments. So, how do you get people into your list? Well, the short answer is with traffic. But that's not much of an answer. So let me go into it a little bit. And what I mean by a list very specifically is an email list. And why an email list? Well, because it is the online business asset. Some could it could actually be said that if you don't have a list, you don't actually have a business that's your own. And I'll go into that just a little bit. Um, you're probably asking, well, and I've already asked it, haven't I? Is how do you get people into your list? Well, the short answer to that it really is traffic. So I put together a little bit of a slideshow here. Let's go ahead and take a look and go through where customers come from. So with your traffic, you actually have. Now, some people say three types. I actually say 3.5 types, and that is the 0.5 is actually a nod to Jeffrey Gitomer. But so there's 3.5 types of traffic. The first one is uh, traffic you can control. So it's basically traffic that you purchase. It comes from Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Google ads, things like that. The advantage of purchased traffic is that it's fast. You can put up an ad tonight in Facebook if you want and drive traffic to your website or your sales funnel. The con side of that is it is expensive. It costs money. You got to have money in order to be able to run those ads. But at least it is an option when you're just getting started and you have really no other forms of traffic, which leads us to the second type of traffic, and it's traffic you don't control. It's traffic you earn. So it's coming from content creation. This is my example. This video series here that I'm doing is my example of me creating content and building an audience, which will be traffic eventually for any offer that I'd like to make. The pro of the so it's something like this as well as writing an article or being invited to be interviewed on somebody else's podcast, things like that. The pros are it's inexpensive. There's low costs in hosting, so that you can set up a website on Weebly for their free version. Going into Facebook or YouTube, it's just opening an account. It's no expense at all there, except maybe a camera, which you probably already have on your phone. You can get super fancy, but really not a whole lot of expense that you have to go through to get started. The cons is that it's slow. It takes time to build an audience. It takes time to put content together. It takes consistency in order for people to show up and be interested in what you are putting out into the world. And the comments around this is make friends with other content creators. That's how I was able to be on a podcast because I was active in some of the Facebook groups that I belong. And I made friends with somebody who had a podcast, and she invited me to interview on her podcast and took advantage of that. So, and it was a great collaboration. The third type is, there's no better word for this, but traffic you own. It is basically traffic you have a relationship with. They are on your email list. And the pros in that is they know you. They've had some previous interaction with you before. The cons is you need to stay in touch with them. But really that's not much of a con because you were going to do that anyway, right? And the only comment additionally that I have on there is that somebody's going to say, but what about Facebook groups or Instagram followers? Well, you kind of own that traffic. It is traffic you have a relationship with, but they're not on your email list yet. And so like it comes from Facebook groups or Instagram followers, Twitter followers, depending on what your platform is. And the pros are they do know you. The cons are you don't own the platform. We've all heard stories about people getting banned from Facebook or from YouTube, having their accounts shut down. You don't own that platform, so you need to be sure that you're following the rules of that platform. And if they change something in their algorithm, it could change your access to your followers, your subscribers. People in Facebook groups, a little harder, but still, Facebook changes their algorithms on what they're going to show to people when. So the comment around the type 3.5 is make sure you get them into your email list so that you, in case something happens, you still can maintain that relationship with the people that you already have a following with. So that takes us to the question of the day. Let me get it here in the comments. And I need to make sure I turn off this so I can add in this. So where does your traffic come from? Share your thoughts in the comments. Would love to read them. And I am Sharon Ross. Remember, imperfect action is better than no action. And I will see you tomorrow.